Let's go. Flyers 3-2 win in overtime against the Montreal Canadiens. Sean Couturier gets the final goal, squeaked by Carey Price, who had a really good game. 40 of 43 on saves. He was actually the star of the night. And he pretty much deserves it. I mean, saving 43 shots, the Flyers were pretty much, or saving 40 shots, the Flyers were really in control almost the entire game. There was a couple minutes here and there where the Canadiens were putting it into the zone. They got a couple shots off. They obviously scored twice to get, back into the game. But there's been many games in the past years that the Flyers have lost games like this. Plenty of them. Where they're leading the entire game, where they're out shooting their opponent, and they just completely fall apart at times and they can't get back into the game. Obviously, it wasn't the case last night. Sean Couturier scored, obviously, the game winner. Phil Myers got it started, his first goal of the season. It was a really nice shot, really good footwork. He kind of got the puck, skated backwards, and just ripped it, and it went right into the back of the net. Nobody touched it, unassisted goal. And then JVR scored minutes into the second period, where the Flyers were pretty much, they were on fire the entire second period alone. It was a solid game by the Flyers. They do play two really tough teams during the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, it's a back-to-back. Toronto, it's both away at Toronto, at Boston. Who knows who's going to play which games? I don't know if Carter Hart's going to play against Toronto and Brian Elliott's going to play against Boston, or vice versa, or who knows? I have no idea. I'm not the coach. But speaking of the coach, Alain Vigneault is I love him. I actually love the way he coaches this team. He's not too nice. He's not too, strict with the players. But when you do something wrong, he'll tell you. That's what a coach is supposed to do. They're not supposed to be your friend. He can be. He's somewhat of a player's coach, but he's not one of those guys that's going to be like Gabe Kapler saying, oh, you could do this, you could do that, you're doing fine, when they're not. He does take shots at the veterans like Giroux, Voracek, and JVR when they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing on the rink. He takes care of that. And he tells the media, oh, I expect this from this group, that from that group. And that's what a coach is supposed to do. They're supposed to give the media what they want to hear. Also with, my players need to do this, my players need to do that. Because that line, some of the lines out there, like the fourth line, it's not, too great. I mean, Travis Sanheim his defense is not that good. It's really not. But guys like Joel Farabee, who is obviously a rook, and he's playing with guys like Giroux and Voracek on their respected lines. Joel Farabee's really taking advantage of the moment right now. He really is, and he's doing a really good job of it. He hustles for every puck. He gets shots. He blocked 3 shots yesterday. Joel Farabee's really playing good. He's playing good hockey right now. And that's all we can really ask for because he's 19 years old. I mean, what else do you really expect from the kid? Now, JVR scored his 4th goal of the season, and him, Voracek, and Giroux have really picked it up during the past few games. I mean, they've all, they all got a point yesterday, and they're just really playing better. They're playing a lot better than when they started. Carter Hart was 22 of 24 on saves, and a couple of, the 2 goals that happened weren't anybody but his fault. They were his fault. I mean, a rebound, you got to control the rebound, and that's what didn't happen, and Shea Weber scored. Also, Ben Sherratt scored. I mean, what do you expect? He played good hockey, but it wasn't the best brand of hockey that he could play, and we know what Carter Hart's capable of. Everybody loves the kid, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's a really good hockey player. I mean, he's just really young. Voracek, Giroux, Michael Raffle, and Travis Konechny all got assists in the game. TK's everywhere. He really is. Like, I love watching Travis Konechny out there on the ice. He's just so fun to watch. He's always around. He's always getting to the puck. He's always passing. He's always checking. He's not afraid to drop the gloves if needed. Kevin Hayes also with 6 shots on goal yesterday. I already said it, but Joel Farabee with 3 block shots. I mean, the Flyers played a really good game yesterday. Not so much the power play. They were 0-6 on the power play, and they scored right after the power play ended, but it doesn't count for a power play goal. Carson Terensky had a penalty shot in this game. In the third period, if he scored, it would have given the Flyers the lead. He kind of shot it, blocker save from Carey Price, who, again, he played a really good game. He was out there doing everything that he needed to do, except that last goal in overtime, where it literally just squeaked by him. And then he's walking down the tunnel and snaps his stick in half. I mean, he's a competitor, and he's going to go down as one of the greats. It's just that simple. The Flyers, though, improved to 8-5-2 on the season. That's good. But again, we played Toronto and Boston, both away from the Philadelphia fans. Even though Philly fans do tend to travel well, especially in hockey and football. They're 2 tough teams. And the Bruins were just in the Stanley Cup last year. They lost in Game 7. And now they're playing a very good brand of hockey right now. They're playing an elite brand of hockey where the Flyers are still at that. They're good, but they're not great brand of hockey like the Bruins are. And we just played the Maple Leafs. We lost to them 4-3 in a shootout. Austin Matthews, John Tavares, obviously those 2 guys are the big names down or up there in Toronto. But, you know, what are you going to do? I mean, hopefully you get at least a point. I mean, I think they should definitely win one. I think they could win one. But I don't want to see the team 8-7-2 when they come back to Philly. I don't want to see that. After this weekend, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see 500 hockey because that's not opening anybody's eyes. That's, oh, they're a mediocre team. Oh, can this team really do anything in the playoffs if they make it? I don't want to see that. I want to be 9-6-2. I want to be 10-5-2 on the season. I want to be 8-5-4 or whatever. At least get points during these games. Don't just go out there and just fall apart like you did against Pittsburgh and you did against the Islanders. Don't do that. Just go out there, play the brand of hockey that you know how to play. We just beat Carolina, who's a good team, and we also beat Montreal, who's also not a bad team. We can definitely win both of these games. It just depends on what Carter Hart we get during whatever game he plays and what defense we get when Brian Elliott plays. Because Brian Elliott, I'm not too worried about like him stopping shots. I know he can stop shots. And I also know Carter Hart can stop shots. But the defense, it hasn't been the best. Sam Morin is also out for the rest of the season. He got hurt last night with the Lehigh Phantoms. You know, I mean, he was struggling really bad this entire season. And I do feel bad for the kid because it's kind of like his last shot, I would feel like, before they do something with him. Either just leave him down there or trade him or do whatever. But Travis Sanheim was a problem yesterday. I mean, every time he touched the puck, it was like a turnover or a bad shot or something like that. It was just, he's not the best. Let me just put it that way. Provorov didn't have the best game either. He was turning it over. He did turn it over actually in the zone, and that's why they scored their second goal. I mean, that's what happens when you turn it over. They score. I mean, they have good players. Like Shea Weber, he's a good hockey player. But, you know. Flyers take the W, 3-2, against the Montreal Canadiens. No fights in this one. Nothing too crazy. We were 0-6 on the penalty 0-6 on the power play. Coots scored, Phil Myers scored, JVR scored. Voracek, Giroux, Michael Raffle, Travis Konechny all get the assist. Carter Hart, 22 of 24 on save opportunities. Flyers take home the W. Off to Toronto. Then Boston. Back-to-back nights, Saturday, Sunday. Hockey. No Eagles this weekend, so that's good. At least there's actually Sixers and Flyers on Sunday night. I will be at the Sixers game, watching the Flyers game, because that's just what I do. That's it from me. Thank you all for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. 153 subscribers. Thank you for 150. It happened a couple days ago. On the road to 200, and I'm out. Peace.